Before we get into today's video, I'd like to give a shout out to one of our newest subscribers, Rayuman. Thank you for subscribing, and welcome to the family. And now on with today's video. Greetings, my dear viewers. It is I, Drayon, and welcome back once again to Pathfinder Hero Flux. That is Flux, short for fluctuation. In this series, we take a look at characters from across media and convert them into a playable character for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. And today we are taking another viewer suggestion from Silver Radio for Razputin Aquato from the Psychonauts game series. Now, I have looked up the Wikipedia page as well as taken a look at some gameplay of this game series. So I've got an idea of what is needed for this character. Since we are looking at a psychic who knows a little bit of pyrokinesis as well as, I believe, aquakinesis, I think is what it was called. Either way, we are looking at a psychic person, so we are going to need to factor in all of that into this build. We are taking a look at everything from Razputin's lore, so let's go ahead and get straight into things. With our starting stats, we have a 12 in strength, dexterity, intelligence, and charisma, with constitution and wisdom being 10. Razputin is a human, so we are going to go with the human ancestry with a heritage in skilled human, giving us access to athletics as our trained skill, which will soon increase to an expert skill at a certain point. We're going to have a total of 4 languages with common and 1 additional language plus our intelligence modifier, for a grand total of 3 extra languages. Like I said, our selected skill is athletics. We also get an ancestry feat known as Know Oneself. I mistyped it in this section, I do apologize. We also have a starting hit point at 8 with a speed of 25. We'll go ahead and increase our intelligence and charisma each by 2. For our background, we are going with an acrobat. That is because Razputin is originally from a family of acrobats who were in a circus. There's going to be some sort of thing about a circus in the comment section, I am sure. Anyway, because we are an acrobat, we'll go ahead and get our ability score increases in strength and dexterity, making them 14 apiece. With our trained skills, we'll have acrobatics and circus lore. And we also get a free feat of steady balance. We're going to have a lot of references to Razputin's acrobat origins, so that is going to need to be something you think about when we go over this build. Now for our class, we're going to be a psychic. This will give us an increase to one of our stats, either intelligence or charisma. This all depends on our subconscious mind. Since Razputin went to a camp, or rather a school, to learn about his psychic abilities, we are going with the subconscious mind gathered lore, which gives us recalled teachings. And since this is a subclass, we are getting an increase to our intelligence. Lost my words there for a moment. For our hit points, we are going to increase our hit points by 6, plus our constitution modifier. We are trained in perception. For our saving throws, we are trained in fortitude and reflex. And we are an expert in will saves. We are trained in the following skills. Oh, I just realized that we already had acrobatics. Acrobatics, diplomacy, nature, occultism, performance, society, and stealth. We'll probably have to change out that acrobatics for something else. Probably survival. That seems likely. For our attacks, we are trained in simple weapons and unarmed attacks. For defenses, we are trained in unarmored defense. We are not trained in any armor at all. So think about that when you are creating your own psychic. You do not have any armor proficiency. For our occult spell save DC, we are at a 16 to start things off with a spell attack of +6. So we'll be using the occult spell list. Make sure you remember that when you are choosing your spells. Only look at the occult spell list. Since we are pyrokinesis, we are going to need some fire spells, which I did see a couple in the occult spell list. For your conscious mind, a secondary subclass, you have the Distant Grasp. This will give you your standard psi cantrips of Mage Hand and Telekinetic Projectile, with your unique psi cantrips being, at your surface, Telekinetic Rend, your deeper will be Vector Screen, and your deepest will be Dancing Blade. Your granted spells will be your Kinetic Ram, Telekinetic Maneuver, Levitate, Fly, Telekinetic Haul, Poltergeist Fury, Telekinetic Bombardment, Falling Sky, and Implosion. For your subconscious mind, we already stated that you have gathered lore, as well as giving you the Recall the Teachings. You also have Unleash Psyche, which, I've got to admit, Psychic is a pretty good class, even if it has its weak points, which does make sense. So you are going to have to think about how you're going to play your Psychic in combat. Moving on to a level 2, we have the Class Feat Psychic Report and the Skill Feat Acrobatic Performer. Level 3, we're going to get the Expert Skill of Occultism with a General Feat of Armor Proficiency. We're also going to grab Signature Spells thanks to our 3rd level Psychic. Level 4, we're going to get the Class Feat of Violent Unleash and the Skill Feat of Quick Jump. Level 5, we're going ahead and increase our Constitution, Intelligence, Wisdom, and Charisma, each by 2. We are now trained in Thievery, and we'll get the Expert skill in Circus Lore. At level 6, we get the Class Feat Strain Mind, and the Skill Feat of Powerful Leap. Level 7, we'll get a General Feat of Fleet, giving us an increase in our movement speed from a 25 to a 30. We are now an Expert Spellcaster as well. Level 8 will get the Class Feat of Acrobatic Dedication and the Skill Feat of Acrobatics Mastery. At level 9 we get the Ancestry Feat of Cooperative Nature, and we also get Great Fortitude. 10th level, go ahead and increase your Constitution, Wisdom, and Charisma each by 2, and increase our Intelligence by 1. If you're wondering why we are increasing our charisma, it is stated that Razputin is a charismatic character. And when he has done something wrong, he will own up to it, as well as take responsibility. Which is very rare among characters these days. Anyway, we are going to get the Class Feat Dodge Away with the Skill Feat of Rapid Mantle. At level 11, we are going to grab the General Feat of Feather Step. We'll also have Extrasensory Perception, Walls of Will, and Weapon Expertise. Level 12, we'll grab the Class Feat Tumbling Strike and the Skill Feat Catfall. We're going to be falling for some great heights as an acrobat, by the way. So, yeah, Catfall is going to need to be one of those skills we'll need. Next, for level 13, we're going to be experts in the Society skill. We're going to grab the Ancestry Feat of Bounce Back. We're also going to get Personal Barrier. You want to be able to keep those other psychics out of your mind's personal space. And you also have Weapon Specialization. At level 14, our Psychic is going to get Psi Catastrophe as a class feat, and a skill feat of Rolling Landing. At level 15, go ahead and increase your strength, dexterity, and wisdom each by 2, while increasing your intelligence by 1. We are now experts in stealth, and we are trained in deception. Go ahead and also grab the general feat of fast recovery. And don't forget, we are also now a master spellcaster. At level 16, go ahead and grab the class feat Target of Psychic Ire and the skill feat Quick Spring. At level 17, we now have a legendary skill in occultism with the ancestry feat of Clever Improviser, which will give us a free feat in untrained improvisation. You also get access to Fortress of Will. At level 18, we get a class feat. No! Oh, that one's kind of funny, and it's a pretty good skill, I must say. Definitely a feat worthy of a protagonist in the midst of combat who just saw one of their friends go down. You also get the skill feat Bizarre Magic. At level 19, we get the expert skill in performance, a general feat in toughness. We also get Infinite Mind and our legendary spellcaster. And to end this video, we're going to be a level 20 psychic. Go ahead and increase your strength, dexterity, constitution, and wisdom each by 2. You also get the class feat Scour the Library and the skill feat Graceful Leaper. I do hope you enjoyed this video. I must say this is definitely an entertaining class to build with. Even if it does have its weaknesses, there are a lot of strengths for the psychic. So I do highly recommend it as a class, especially if you're looking for some of those more powerful characters that have some form of weakness. And with that being said, that is all the time I have for you today. I will see you next time. This has been Drehan, and I am offline.